Dear friends, today we will discuss a topic that might be embarrassing but is important, especially for people over 50. What we are going to talk about here is full of respect and knowledge, since talking about intimacy and maturity means talking about our humanity, devotion, and the trust we have over many years with our relationships. But before delving into detail, let's take a time to reflect. What transpires when in those special moments, a man's body cannot respond as it used to? What if the penis doesn't firm up despite our love and desire? This is a sensitive issue, but you are not alone if you find yourself in that situation. It's a situation that many couples encounter in secret. We're going to explore it together, relying on science, psychology, and life experiences. First, I want to say that if you're watching this video, it's intended for those over 50 and wants to create a safe environment to discuss issues that affect sexuality as we grow older. So feel comfortable, because what we are about to discuss here is only for people like us who have accumulated some winters on our skin. Let us begin with something that we often forget. The body changes throughout the years. It's usual for bodily reactions not to be the same as when we were 20 or 30 years old. This, my dear friends, is neither a failure nor a reason for embarrassment. It is just the nature of our existence. The penis, like other parts of the body, might not have the same ability to get firm effortlessly as before, and that is completely normal. Why does this happen? It's crucial to understand that behind the difficulty of getting an erection during intimate times, there might be many different factors. According to scientific research, one of the most prevalent reasons is blood flow. As we grow older, our arteries may become thicker, a condition known as atherosclerosis. This can restrict how much blood reaches the penis, and as you know, its firmness mostly depends on blood circulation. Such practices can ignite passion, enhance mutual pleasure, and eventually improve the quality of life, particularly in the realm of sexual pleasure. I understand that just mentioning these intimate activities might cause an upsurge of discomfort, especially for people approaching their golden years. But this topic is not just for the curious or the daring. It is meant specifically for those 50 and older, people who have lived, loved, and carried the knowledge of experience. You are in a unique place with the maturity to embrace a deeper understanding of your sexuality, unencumbered by the anxieties that sometimes bother younger people. If you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond that, I sincerely urge you to stay with me. What we're about to explore goes beyond the purely physical. It's about getting back a vitality that might have been forgotten, casting aside cultural taboos, and embracing a more profound way to share your body, your soul, and your preference with a loved one, especially in senior years of age. The practice we are talking about today is scientifically referred to as fellatio, an oral stimulation tactic involving the mouth and tongue on the male organ. Yes, I can already feel the common sign of anxiety that comes with a simple mention of this word, as if it were a prohibited act meant just for the young and daring. But nothing can be further from reality. I want you to know that oral sex is not limited by age. Couples well into old age find comfort, fulfillment, and intimacy in this extremely personal practice. Pleasure doesn't end, and neither does the desire for intimacy. And there is no age limit on a desire to connect deeply emotionally and physically. This act may bring a completely new depth to your relationship, giving not just physical pleasure but mental nourishment as well. Why should couples, especially those who have gone through many years of life together, consider this practice? For a lot of people, engaging in oral sex opens the way to something much greater than just temporary physical pleasure. It may be a pathway to reviving emotional attachment, a technique of recovering the flame that might have dimmed over the years. Scientific evidence has consistently proved that intimate actions like oral sex produce powerful brain hormones, dopamine and oxytocin, that are important for preserving loving, committed relationships. Oxytocin, commonly known as the love hormone or bonding hormone, enhances the emotional bond between partners, generating an unbreakable sense of trust, security, and profound attachment. And it doesn't stop there. From a psychological point of view, oral sex, especially in the golden years, may be tremendously helpful. As we grow older, intimate encounters might get less frequent, but that does not mean the urge for intimacy vanishes. Interesting research published in the Journal of Sexual Medicine indicated that elderly couples who keep on exploring an array of sexual activities, particularly oral sex, report much better levels of satisfaction and happiness in their relationships. This is not just about the physical aspects of sex, it's about maintaining an emotional connection, a spiritual connection between two people who have lived decades of life together. This connection promotes love, trust, and vulnerability, the very foundation of a relationship that has weathered the storms of existence. For people who may be hesitant, believing that such activities belong to the past, consider this. Intimacy in every stage of life is not only about pleasure, it's about giving and receiving affection, about building a setting where partners feel respected, appreciated, and attached. The practice of oral stimulation might feel forbidden or foreign to certain individuals, but when conducted with mutual respect and an open mind, it turns into a deep act of love, an experience where two souls meet in openness and trust. Whether you are approaching your 50s or have entered into your 80s, remember that sexuality is not a phase of life. It is a lifetime journey, and every stage of that journey has a potential for elegance and an unbreakable connection that goes beyond age. At this point in life, where so many individuals have been influenced to believe that passion and intimacy inevitably fade away, I urge you to challenge such outdated and limiting beliefs. Society has long influenced us to believe that as we grow older, our capacity for sexual satisfaction and intimate connection decreases. But nothing could be further from the reality. The golden years of life can be the moment when intimacy deepens, gets more fulfilling, and takes on new meaning if we accept it. Sexuality in your later years has the potential to be just as enjoyable, if not more so, than it was in your youth. The key difference now is that intimacy evolves beyond just physical pleasure. It transforms into a deep way of nurturing the mental and spiritual bonds that make a relationship vibrant, valuable, and lasting. These connections are a relationship's heart and rarely fade. If anything, they can become stronger as you and your partner age together. It's crucial to acknowledge that intimacy at this point in life is not only about the body, it's about the heart and soul. It's about preserving the bonds of affection, trust, and attachment that have supported your relationship over the years. These times of connection strengthen your love and revive passion that may have lain dormant.